So this is my first official sketchbook tour. Let's just get right into it. I didn't draw anything on this first page because it's shiny. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna put the reference photo. When I saw the reference photo on Pinterest, I was like, oh my god. And so I just had to draw it. Give a crack at it. It was hard. I think, yeah, this was my first attempt and this is my second attempt. And this is my little, I forgot. This is my little ghosty, my little ghost kitty. You know, I keep redrawing it so I can figure out how I want to do the swirly part. I'm not sure what that is. It's just like a ball. I took a picture of my brother's cat, Basil, and this is from the picture. Like, I drew this one from the picture and then I drew this one from life. She was actually just sitting in front of me. This is more accurate to how she looks. When I was in my yeet phase, deep in my yeet phase. I love this design. This little brain snake. Because it's kind of supposed to be like, this is like the brain stem. I love this shape. And just some flowers I was experimenting with. Some tattoo designs and some just like random sketches. I really love these cherries. I've been drawing them for a while. I'm still trying to like figure out exactly how I want them to look. And I love these little kind of abstract, kind of ornamental. I think I was going through it this day. Some little shit sketches. I love this little koala too. Little koala head. Oh, I love this one. It's like kind of like a moth butterfly thing. Like, I just really love how it's shaded. How it's like, it has this really dark outline and then has this a lighter fill in there. It's really obsessed with these like little forms around the bugs. I love this one too. As I had this idea to do a cover-up challenge on my Switch, I was workshopping what I would kind of say about it. Because I was going to practice doing like tattoo cover-ups using that, but I didn't end up doing it. Some lovely sketches of things I don't know how to draw. A fish and a dragon. With that, I know how to draw a swirly. Oh, this is when, obviously I couldn't capture it because I was only using pen, but I saw these really cool plants. It was like, the stems was black. I mean, I wrote it right here. And then the leaves were green, and then it had like these little lines in here. Those were pink. And it just looked so nice. There's a bunch of them. This is my little nematode. I'm gonna make a poster from it. Oh, and then I was like, I want a goth garden. I love drawing the moon when it's a full moon. Just as like a reminder, kind of like keeping track of the moon phase throughout like the sketchbook, but then I just love drawing it as well. This is me being excited about free tattoos. Giving free tattoos, and this is some like little leafy design I've been kind of workshopping and really practicing this form, this shape, just trying to get the muscle memory in, you know. I actually really like this one. Oh, this is I think the first time that I did this butterfly in here. It was actually a praying mantis, and then I kind of took what I saw. So I think the praying mantis was like up here or something, but I was like, oh, I could draw that and I could make it into a butterfly. So that was me playing around with that, and I really love this way of making a butterfly. So you'll see I've drawn it lots of times, as well as this. I've been really trying to figure out this design. So it's supposed to be like a sunset, and then like, you know, incorporating this little shape that I love, and I feel like it goes good with like the sunset vibe, but I can't figure out how I want to connect, like how this part right here is going. So still working on that, still working on my roses. Here's more of those butterfly experiments. I've done a lot digitally as well. I actually love this, like, abstract little dump right here. They literally look like faces. I did not do that on purpose. I love whenever I make art that looks like you can't even tell I was going through it. Like, you can't even tell I was like going through a really rough time right here, right? Like, it looks nice. It looks happy. Just me redrawing this little puppy design over and over again. Filling a page with stars. So this is me trying to draw a fish again. I was using a reference and kind of trying to incorporate my own little flair with all these lines. But I definitely did see somebody who kind of had like a similar pattern in when they covered a fish, so I really like that one to try it. So, cloaked spirit. The sun. Oh, I love this one. This is one of my favorites. I love that one so much. Like the proportions of like this top wing area and the shading and how big the circles are, and they're like ovals and they're not really like circles. I just feel like it looks really good. I feel like it looks actually really cute. I love this eyeball too. This weird little flower. Love that. It's a little abstract shape. I love doing these pages where it's like I'm writing stuff and drawing. It's like mostly drawing and like a good little bit of writing. I actually really love this plant right here. Like, I should draw that again. And this like crescendo of spirals. I love that. This bug. This reminds me of that like in Coraline when he was like at the end and the furniture was like bugs. It looks like one of the wardrobes. I think this is the first time I drew this little flower. I love that. I really love it. The proportions of like the petals to that inside, and I wanted to make it look like an eyeball. And how it ends. Oh, I love that. So I was kind of trying to like change it, be like, oh, well, it looked like it was more squished. I really like that one. Some more bugs. I love the shape, the like flow of this one too. I've been trying to figure out like a nice heart-shaped bug design because I think the heart shape looks really nice, and I feel like if I can incorporate it into a design, I'll be happy. So yeah, I see. I'm really trying to like figure out how I can like really stretch this design and the proportions. Still trying to make my crying heart faces. This is supposed to be like a rooster. I love this one. This little bug. Dude, I am still working on like finalizing a match design, like a flaming match. I feel like this one's cool, but I have drawn them so many times, so many different ways, and I'm just not satisfied yet. But I will get it one day. I believe it. I love this one. I love that it's like I did it in one pass. And it's like I just left it. I love this when the like legs or whatever like curved. Like how pointy. I love that. Nice little page of circles. I love filling like bugs or like vases with this little like scumbling pattern. I really love the look of like a butterfly, you know, behind or whatever, a dagger. And I know that if I just looked up reference photos, like it would turn out much better. But I don't know why I have this thing of like, I want to try to make it first and then like go as far as I can and then look at reference photos. So this is some more experiments of me trying to do that. And it's the handle that's messing me up. And either I run out of room for the handle or I just completely like don't know how to do it. Oh my gosh, I love this. This little bunny. I love the like asymmetrical ears. Another page of abstract shapes. I think this is actually like waves And it's supposed to be like what's in the water. A little sun up there. And this little flower with a face. It looks like a kitty. It's kind of weird, honestly. More of these butterfly designs. I was really going crazy with this one. Discombobulation. This is actually supposed to be like a volcano kind of vibe. I actually really love this one. Kind of looks like an ETV over like a mountain or like a portal or a pathway. I don't know. I actually love that one. Some more practicing of like these could be tattoo designs. I have tattooed one of these before. Still workshopping this little clover design. Figuring out different ways it could be shaded. Some little spiral abstract. This is very weird. Little star person. Oh my gosh, that's a worm. I feel like this one's not too bad, the handle, right? See, I'm still trying to like get that heart shape in there. This was one of the first times I drew this. This little shadowy, this little shadow spirit, this little lucky shadow. And this one, this was definitely the first time I drew this little vase with the plant. I love this one so much. Oh, I love this one too. I love putting it into a frame. It's like making my own frame. I just love the movement of this one. I feel like that's really nice. And I love that it looks like an eyeball, but it's like also looks like a flower. This little brain with feet. I feel like the movement's really nice on this one too. Even though it's like still pretty wonky. And the shape of this one. I've been trying to like get it to be more circular. And I feel like that one's pretty circular. Little tornado. This was like one of my go-to sketches when I was younger. Putting them on my like, you know, school pages or whatever. It was like these little tornadoes. Page of jellies. I recorded me drawing these. And afterwards, like I recorded me drawing these few pages. After I recorded them, I was like, that was terrible. Like, these are bad. I bet it's because I was recording. They turned out so bad. And I looked back at them later and I was like, these are not bad. They're not bad at all. I like that this one looks like it's standing on this foot. I love this. I love how they're all coming together. And these ones look like arms. Like, this one's so cute. No. Just another page of experiments and definitely still trying to nail down this shape right there. I'm really trying to get the like muscle memory down to get the head shape because like this one looks pretty good, like pretty symmetrical, pretty even, pretty much how I want it to look. But it's like I do it in one pass, so it's like I'm literally not picking up my pen the whole time. So it's kind of hard. I'm kind of trying to play around with like how do I want the piercings to look? Do I want them to be super symmetrical, like not symmetrical? This one's like kind of going crazy. It's in there. Some renditions of this like little planty guy. I'd say this is like close to like what it's kind of is currently. The shape, it's just like an open head concept. I actually like this one. This little wiggly bunny. I love that. More of these butterflies. Just changing, just making like little changes, you know, just to see how it looks. Another nice little sketch page. Wow, the pen really does look different. I love this one. I feel like the swirl on that one is pretty great. I also love this little mushroom. I haven't really drawn a lot of mushrooms recently. I love that one. Usually when I draw something around it like that, it's the sun. Because I like to draw them similarly, the sun and the moon. I just love this circle filled with spirals. I feel like this one actually turned out really good. And having the double line around the end. And yeah, usually when I draw something outside of it, it's supposed to be denoting that it's the sun. I'm just playing around with like fitting letters inside these shapes. I'm really learning a lot by doing that. How to bend the letters. Oh my gosh, this little seahorse. This is actually a patch that I have. Yeah, so just kind of copying that. Not very good, but I wanted to get it in there. And I've been really playing with like these abstract kind of looping shapes, kind of trying to figure out what looks good, like combining this kind of spherical shape with like little circles. I love abstract. If you want to do that, very cool. You can try it. I love hearing ideas. I love this little jelly. I love those eyes. Oh my gosh. This is a dragon experiment because I was like, maybe I just don't like a dragon with that, like, you know, really traditional face. So let me try to do like an untraditional face. And that's what I kind of came up with. And I ran out of space. I was gonna just like cut it off, but I guess I tried to fit a little hand in there just for funsies. This is like out of a half flower shape that I've been experimenting with. I just like scribbled and then just filled in all the shapes that I wanted to. I typically do this when I just want to not think about the drawing, not think about anything, and something like this really does help me to just like get into flow with the movement of just filling in shapes. Oh, I love this song so much. This was like a little fortune that I got while I was in California. This was actually like a metal decoration of a sun. It obviously didn't look like that, but I was like, I've been really still trying to like figure out this like sun with a face design as well. And so this was me just like giving it another go. I really love the shapes of the rays that I did on this one. And it's a cool face. I'm not sure about it. Another moon. Another dagger. So I had a pretty kind of a scary experience. Kind of freaked me out. And I was like, you know what? To calm myself down, I'm going to imagine that I have sharks protecting me. And that's why I'm still here. And I'm protected by sharks. And so I was like, I'm going to draw that. I'm just going to imagine it. So that was me. And my little sharks around. And yes, they bite. This is some little birds that I saw in my tea leaves, actually. This is the beginning of me starting to draw ETVs in my art. And yeah, so just writing like some kind of notes about it that I heard from Dr. Greer, saying that they are seamless and they don't reflect light. He said you will know it when you see it. There's no mistaking it. And I was like, ooh. This is my first little experiment of like really trying to be intentional with the shading shapes. Try to pick this up carefully. So with the direction that they're going, again, TV. This was a bit of planning for this fake company that I was creating for for a web design class. It's called Daze. And I was like, should I call it Daze? And these were some little logo ideas. These shapes right here are from broccoli. Like I got a broccoli head, and after I cut all like the tops, the florets off, I was left with the base, and it looked really cool. Like it looked really similar to this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to draw that. And then this kind of looks like a little house. I think that's why I put this little door on there, because it looked like a little house. And then I kind of just made my own thing right here. Like they had these cool leaves. I love that. I just put like a little mushroom in there. And I've been trying to make this little mushroom piece. I want it to be like kind of small, pretty small, like maybe about this size. And so I'm still trying to like figure out how exactly I want that to look. But I feel like that looks really cool, the way that this is shaded. And then I feel like I definitely want to have these wavy lines somewhere in there. Trying to still figure out the composition though. Oh my gosh, I really love this tree. Again, we have this one. I love how I filled it in this time as well. Filling in the gaps like that. Sometimes I like to overlap them, sometimes no. A little button. Another like kind of asset to that fake brand. This was gonna be like a poster. This is also gonna be a poster. I didn't like make up these designs. They were channeled by Daryl Anka, channeling Bashar, and you know, you're just meant to just like stare at them, take them in, internalize them, just kind of let them seep in. I really want to get them down, you know, out of the picture of my phone and just onto paper. But yeah, I want to make like a little poster for me to like hang up. I think that would be cool. This is why I do not want to draw on the pages again. I just don't like the look of that. My Thanksgiving spread, my coping mechanism for Thanksgiving. This is supposed to be kind of like a little pomegranate. I actually really like that. So just really dumping onto the page because I was stressed. Oh my gosh, I love this little crab. I think this is the first time I did this little flower design. I like that one too. Trying to be more realistic. Like, okay, how does it actually look? I love the thorny vibes. Thorny vines. And so I really want to figure out how to draw that better. And I was like, this is kind of essentially the shape language that I really like. Oh my gosh, this little frog. He looks so scared. I'm sorry. Another fish. I used a reference on this one. This was also something I looked at a reference for. I mean, it looked better than that, like the inside. But I was like, you know what? I'm not drawing all those details. So I did this instead. Some more matches. This is the one that I drew from my head. Still like kind of experimenting with that little kitty. Here's a little idea of that poster I was saying I wanted to do. The nematodes are people too. This is another frame idea. I keep drawing them over the ocean, ETVs over the ocean. And so far I've been putting them in like oval frames, horizontally oval frames. So this was my experiment of doing a vertical oval. I actually think it looks pretty cool. I love this little tree. And like I said, you know, I love putting these words around them, trying to like fit the letters in. I feel like it looks really nice. When you're not trying to read the words, it just looks like lines. I really like that. This is from a album cover, Ryan James Carr, Moving On Up. I love that song so much. I actually really love this page. This is supposed to be like a little cactus on style. Again, the moon, a little bug. It looks like he's got like knives going like. No more deception. This little doggy. My little doggy. Very sketchy from here on out. I love that these actually took up the whole page. I don't usually do that. A little pattern I saw in the oil after I like moved it around the pan. It like had these cool shapes. I was like, oh, I'll draw that. This is what I was trying to put, just trying to fill up this page with a bunch of birds. Because I was like, what should I draw? I don't know. Let me just draw some birds. This was the first time I drew this birdie dragon. And I really love how it came out. I love the proportion, the swirl pattern on this one. Little howling dog. Should have like some ears maybe. I love this. It's kind of looks like a cell, but also kind of looks like a rose. I love that. This is supposed to be a vase. And then why does it look like a bust? I'm kind of obsessed with like faces. I've had an interest in them for like years. Like I have sketches going back like 2020, 2021, maybe even before then, of me just like drawing vases. They didn't look anything like this, but now I'm kind of trying to experiment like how else can I do this? Oh my gosh, I was laying in bed and I literally saw this shape in the sheet. So I was like, I'm gonna draw it right now. And so then I tried to just like keep redrawing it. It made him sad. Why did they make him sad? I also saw this one, or was this the imprint in that page? No, I think this might have been possibly what I saw through the page. So that is what's fun about drawing on the other side of the paper, is that you can kind of sometimes see like images, like right there. Like what is, like it just looks different on the back of the page, and so I'm pretty sure I saw that like coming through and just like turned it into that. This little flame, another freaking match, another froggy candle, still trying to like figure it out. Otherworldly toast. I was not being very creative on this one. I was like, whatever. I love this. It was supposed to be like the sun, but it looks like a flower, and I love that. Also really scratchy. Love that too. They kind of look fuzzy, a little weird. And after I drew this one, I stopped because I was like, I don't feel right. I don't feel good. And then this was like still in the same day, but just like, you know, hours later, whatever. And then after I woke up the next day, I love this little form, this little being. It's supposed to be like a stamp design kind of thing. Again, using frames. And another little brain. I love the shape of these wings here, how it's like kind of falling down. I'll try to just do like really light designs on the backs, just because I'm like, okay, if I'm going to draw on the back, then I'm just going to do it really light. I actually love this little broccoli. This was like kind of a scribble. It's not really a scribble, but it was kind of the shape that I was just like, I'm just drawing the shape. And then I was like, okay, now what can I make out of it? And I just put this little face on it. It's kind of funny. Oh look, I was just like, just trying to draw some like really just, like I was really wanting to get some like funny looking drawings. And so I did that and I was like, wait. I tried to draw it again and it was like made bigger. I think it's really cute. I put this little sprout on its head. This looks like a face without the other eye. I love that. I was like, oh, let me draw that self-portrait. Like I need to try to redraw. I was looking at the picture, but you know what I mean? I was looking at pen. I haven't drawn it in a while. And I fucked up the lips and I was like, you know what? Instead of having fucked up lips, I'm just gonna make it look scary. And so I just like extended it and just made it huge. And I don't think it made it any better. No, it made it a little bit better than what it was. And then I was like, no, I swear I can draw these lips good. And so I just redrew it a few times how I would have kind of wished it looked, sort of. And I was like, maybe I could draw it tiny. Maybe it would look better if I did it tiny. It doesn't. And then the little birdie dragon. And this is the last page. I was like, wait, let me actually like take my time with this one. Still is like pretty like, you know, it's not perfect. It's still a little bit wiggly, but also it's kind of hard to draw with like directly on the cardboard. So it wasn't just all me, but I love the differentiation of the layers here. A little jelly. And yeah, I just did something really light on the other side just to at least get something on the back, but nothing too crazy. And that is it for this sketchbook. Oh, if you want to see the back. Just got this at Kroger grocery store, so it's nothing special. I love this size. You can get a large drawing on there, large-ish, you know, if you want, or you could just fill it up with little drawings. And that is all for this sketchbook tour. Stay tuned. In the next following months, I will be having filled up this one. This is what I got so far. I got a few pages in here. And that is all for today. Thank you for being here. See you later.